Digital story, my perspective and summary based on transformative learning. Me, myself, and I. Throughout this program, I honestly lost hope in the midst of completing my degree. Taking the time to acknowledge resonates with me. I had felt irritated and confused about how similar each course was with one another. So of course, I did not go into this course thinking positively. I had mixed feelings. Thoughts crossed my mind saying, great, another course that we already had probably learned about. Being an ECE has really opened my eyes to children and how crucial their environment is. Entering this class had me a bit confused as to why do we need to learn about adult learners? Aren't we supposed to be focusing on children? And what is transformative learning in the first place? Fast forward to attending the course and grasping the meaning behind transformative learning, I was able to learn firsthand the importance of adults, having the opportunity to learn, as well as the various strategies that come with it. Learning does not stop once one reaches adulthood. I sometimes think, being an early childhood educator, we are so focused on the children, which is excellent, but we also have to consider how important the adults play their specific role in children's lives. Going into the course not being quite open-minded for some reason caused me to then become open-minded in itself. Listening to what we were learning about, the outcomes that we could reach, taking this course taught me what transformative learning is and how I can continue implementing it in my everyday life. If you asked me before this course, what is transformative learning? I could not even tell you. However, being in the final days of the course, if you were to ask me the question again, I would say that transformative learning is a method used to present information most productively. I think I grasped this thought and skill through creating the workshop with my team. I am fully transformed. Creating a group to discuss how we can plan and design our curriculum to implement a workshop to our peers online first stood out to us as a big challenge. Learning each week about every component to break it down week by week fits our needs perfectly. I felt fully transformed after our workshop was complete, to the point where I wanted individuals to feel the same drive that I felt. This course not only taught me the theories about transformative learning, but what is in between the lines and how much change we can cause just being students and advocating for social issues. Removing my bias and focusing on the individual's benefits and thinking about what they can gain from what I am sharing created such a drive. Thus, having the opportunity to be a part of transformative learning in communities, of course, opened my eyes to a much bigger picture of how many issues still are present and the history that lies behind it. I have created a plan for how I would continue engagement with the community throughout a 1-year period. The following plan consists of following up with the workshop my group and I had created, having our creative icebreakers, theories, interactive activities. This will affect the audience, mainly because we find a way to have our workshop become accessible through the online world. With saying that, I do believe that many individuals can benefit from reading/listening to the various stories. We had offered brilliant independent women whose stories are not always recognized. To continue implementing what was created and sharing that with others as community engagement itself. Some final thoughts are: Number 1, continuing to advocate for adult learning and using the knowledge I have learned in this class in my field as an ECE. Number 2, continue to remain open-minded, especially in areas in where I may feel uncomfortable or unsure. Number 3, use social media to my advantage. Share my knowledge in ways that others will feel intrigued to discover. And number 4, this is the only beginning to my transformative learning, but if I can continue to share my thoughts with others and enlighten them as well, it would make my day. Thank you so much for listening to my digital story today. Have a great day.